Thanks, Chief. Austin.
So Chief, we're talking about an exciting time where a tentative agreement has been reached. This is something we've been waiting for over a year. Tomorrow we're expecting the draft to be released. What is your reaction to seeing that both sides have reached a mutual agreement and it's now awaiting council approval?
I think it's exciting. I think the officers are exciting, and it certainly goes toward the vision of recruiting people for the city. They want to see an investment into the police department, and I think this does that. So I'm very excited on where this can go and how we can use it in our efforts to get people here to Austin PD.
A lot of the people here in this room are saying that the staffing crisis is adding to no longer having patrol officers in the area, which is adding to some of the issues that they're upset about. With this new tentative agreement, if it's approved, do you think that this could sincerely help the staffing crisis that we've seen for years in Austin?
Yeah, and so when you look at Austin's staffing crisis, it can go back to as far as 2016. From me looking at it, is when it really started to kind of come down. But anytime that you're able to go to the community and you're able to go outside of Austin to get people to come here, look, Austin is a fantastic police department. It is, and just being here for the 3 weeks that I've been incredibly impressed with the accountability and just a number of things that Austin PD has to offer. So it's about getting that message out. It's about that marketing, and it's about getting the message out to people. You want to come here because we have a lot to offer, and so that's what I'm excited about here.
If you had to speak to City Council about the direness of this situation to reach this agreement, they've shot down a tentative agreement twice in the past. We don't know what to expect this time. How would you communicate with them the need to get this solved?
Well, it's hard because you don't want to get into the politics of it all, right? And that certainly isn't my role. But I think everyone wants what's best for Austin. And I think when you look at the agreement and you look at what's best for Austin and coming forward, I think everyone's going to do their part to make that happen. And so I'm just confident, and I'm just very hopeful that it gets done on the 10th.
And Chief, all of us are waiting for the swear-in for you. I know that you're still finishing everything with your TCOL. I'm not sure if you've taken the exam. How is the final days of training for you before you end up taking that exam and getting sworn in?
Yeah, it's been hard because I finished up my training. I have a online course to take, but in the mix of that is running around to meetings and getting out because it's hard to sit on the sidelines. So I've been incredibly busy, but it's been fun, and it's been exciting to be part of what's going on. So yes, I got to get scheduled to take the test, and I'm confident that I can get that done. But it's just a lot of moving parts and a lot going on, but it's an exciting time for me.
Do you have a timeline for when you're hoping to get that done? I know I had talked to Michael Bullock, and he was like, she wants to get it done. She wants to get in uniform, and she's not going to put on that uniform until she says she earns it.
That's right, because I could put a uniform on, but I want to be one of the officers, and I want to be out there with them. So as soon as possible. My hope is mid-October. Hopefully, that's what I'm striving for. Because once all those classes are done, you still have to wait for TCOL to schedule that. So hopefully, with all this being done and we're inputting all the information, we can get that done in the next week or two.
And Chief, one of my last questions for you is getting this agreement approved by council is a huge step for the city of Austin. It would be massive because it's something that we haven't done for a while. How do you think this would boost morale within your officers?
Yeah, so when you look at morale, that's when you look at recruiting. They're all tied. Retention, morale, and recruiting are all tied together. And so when they come from a space where they're getting a great contract and they're feeling supported by that, right? Not having a contract for a couple of years, that takes its toll on everybody, not just the officers, but the city administration as well, and council. So these are things, hopefully this comes to a conclusion and we can move forward and really start getting those numbers up.
Absolutely, Chief. My last thing for you is you're listening to the concerns of the community, and APD's mission is to serve and protect. How does it make you feel that the city or citizens rather, are here voicing their concerns and also showing appreciation for APD and voicing, we know you're understaffed, we know that it's a difficult time, but we still want to help you in the process?
Yeah, it is heartbreaking to hear these stories because these are business owners and people that live here in these communities, and it's a beautiful community, so I understand their frustration. And we all have to work together. And so when you look at a holistic approach of a lot of city government moving together, I think that is the way we look and we address these issues. And I know that city government is of that feel as well, that this is everyone's problem. It is not just APD's problem. It's not just the community members' problem. It's everyone's problem.
Absolutely, Chief. Anything else you want to add that maybe I haven't asked you yet?
No, I just am excited to get going. I think when you look at the unhoused population, again, it's a vulnerable population itself. Again, you have victimization there from other homeless people. So we have to look at that as well. And again, it's a humanity thing. I have a problem, like I said, stepping over a human being and seeing this on our roadways, and we all do. So it's all of us working together to do that. And these parks, again, you have Joslyn Park, it's a beautiful park, but we have to activate that space and take that space back. So those are issues that the community, again, you have a great turnout here tonight, and when they get that, activate those park and bringing children back there, we can get the park cleaned up, we can start using those spaces the way they're meant to be used.
Thank you so much, Chief. Thank you for
You're
your time.
welcome.
A pleasure to see you again. I'm excited to see you out in the field.
Thank you. Very excited too.